Mate, they said it couldn't be done, but we've made it.
Yeah.
We've made it.
Genuine milestone.
To double figures. Who would have thought?
Not me.
Thanks for sticking with us, guys. And if this is your first episode, thanks for joining. But 10th episode of the Polo Punt Club Podcast. Who would have thought?
Mate, it's gone very quickly and it's been really enjoyable.
Yeah, it has. I've underestimated how much fun I would have. And yeah, I feel like I'm learning a lot while I'm doing it too. So, alrighty, mate, let's get stuck in as we always do. Because we're back to regularly scheduled programming now.
Yeah, the bonus was fun.
It was, but let's be honest, it's the valley, mate.
This is the main course.
It is. There's Group 1 racing right across Australia this weekend. So let's get stuck in, mate. As we always do, horses that caught your eye. Who start us off? Kick us off.
Mate, one that came out of the blocks really slow, but geez, came home strong. Bound to win. It was in the first race, the one where Ethereum won. And obviously I wasn't on Ethereum, even though I backed it like last three starts. From about 800 out, it had the best sectionals in the race. And its jump out was atrocious. So
did it jump out slow with Grand Piano and the other thing?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. So it's nommed for the Golden Eagle.
Oh. Crikey.
But yeah, it's I think definitely one to watch in its next race. Obviously follow the market, but ran really impressive sectionals. So hopefully it gets a better jump out next time and goes from there.
Nice. Yeah. Man, I've kept it really simple this week. I went Probabile. Wasn't she outstanding?
Outstanding.
You know
great pick.
You know what I should have done? Is just had one bet all weekend on her.
Yeah.
She was unbelievable.
Same.
Far out. I wish I'd done a little bit more research on her path because she's going to the Epsom. And Kieran McAvoy has jumped off Imaging. He has the choice between Imaging and Probabile. He's gone Probabile. So
don't blame him.
So I reckon that could very well. Well, how long's the Epsom away? Maybe a couple of weeks. That's your Quinella right there. Calling it now.
Okay, let's dig that up, that audio file up, and just play it on the loop.
Yeah. Nostradamus. Who else, mate?
Ficino, race 5 in Caulfield. That's the race where Craig Williams got Fabric home, which was a cracking ride, by the way. It was running really similar to Fabric and just couldn't get a run and got blocked in. But I think if it had a similar pattern and found a way through, I think it would have really challenged Fabric. So Ficino for mine, one to watch.
Nice. Mate, this syndicate has Behemoth and it also has It's Me, who is another one that caught my eye.
That's the last horse for mine.
Isn't she an absolute star? Another highway, but she ran, because I brought her up as one of mine to watch out of the highway that she ran last time.
Yep. so many Winnie Blue stakes.
But yeah, that was the day that she ran quicker time than Dame Giselle. She absolutely exploded to win by 3 over the 1,000. Mate, She did the same thing here. She is an absolute star. She's
favourite for the Kosciuszko, deservedly so. But I think she's a Group 1 horse.
In waiting, absolutely. Yeah. Credit to Grand Syndicates because they had Behemoth and this thing. So they bought Behemoth for $6,000. They bought her for 50. She would have got that back in highway money alone.
Yeah, just chump change.
So, yeah, they have... Because Kosciuszko and Everest, same day, they have 2 runners in the features.
Oh, you love to see it.
On Derby Day.
You love to see it. That's why.
Not Derby Day, actually. Sorry. Thinking Golden Eagle. It's Caulfield Cup Day.
It is.
Cool.
Honourable mention to Star of the Seas for mine, who ran in the Sir Edward Clark. Ran a really good race.
Yeah, him and Imaging had a couple of days in the paddock this week as well. Just to
cool.
come back a little bit refreshed. But Yeah, man, I think that's basically covered it. I had Wild Ruler, another one who was in the Nature Strip trial when he got offloaded J-Max. So he was in that one running behind the Bettini under a nice hold. So, I think he can run a nice race for us this weekend. Alrighty, mate. As we do after the horses that caught our eye, our Polo Recipients segment, do you want to give us a quick refresher?
Real quick, Polo Punt Club has tiers of polos. We think there's some polos that are just better than others. Navy and white are your best. Navy and grey, sorry, are your best. White, black, your middle, and then orange and the dreaded purple are the worst. So we give out a polo that we think is good to someone who's been good or something that's been good throughout the week, and then work our way down from there.
Not necessarily horse racing, but anything in general that catches our eye. All right, mate, kick us off. Top tier.
Top tier for me is Colding and Chris Waller. Love that horse. And pissed off at Chris Waller.
Mate, he's just going to have a wardrobe of navy polos soon.
He's outstanding. Look, more so Colding because it's just good to see him. I think we said on the podcast last week, if he runs a good race here, he'll have a great spring. Well, he won. So, fantastic win in the George Main. Great to see him back to his best.
Yeah, can't argue with that, mate. I have Les Bridge, trainer of Classic Legend, on top. So, don't know if you saw his post-race interview.
No, I didn't.
He basically called everyone a mug that didn't back him as an expert. He's like, I honestly... Yeah, it was so good. And honourable mention, because Kieran McAvoy, that race was his 2000th winner as a jock.
Yeah, I did see that.
And did you see what I sent you during the week? Obviously you did. But they took a photo in the jockeys' rooms of him with 2000 winners and all the jockeys in their silks. And there's a little nipper in the background, Nash Rawiller, just had a dart hanging out his mouth.
Which is funny because we literally made a joke last week as well on the podcast about jockeys smoking darts back in the old days before the race. And you said, mate, there's still some old school jockeys smoking before and after the race. I was like, maybe. Nah, shout out, mate.
Yeah.
You drown those Winnie Blues.
Mate, it was great to see. Alrighty, mate, who's got a middle tier this week?
Middle tier for me is the fact that it's finals footy. Obviously, the AFL's finished its regular season, and this weekend's the last regular season round for NRL. Middle tier, obviously finals footy is awesome, but middle tier because I'm really nervous for the Lions when they verse the Tigers.
Yeah.
And I just hope they win, and I'm nervous about it.
Yeah. It's kind of one of those things this year, isn't it? It's like there's always going to be an asterisk beside the teams that win. So, it's not... They're a young side, mate. It's not the be-all and end-all if they don't get the Chockies this year, but, yeah, fingers crossed. And, to be honest, a lot's gone wrong for Richmond this year. So...
It really has.
Yeah, I don't know. Fingers crossed anyway. Mate, I have another one of these ones where it's multi is my middle tier. So I have a really good one and a really bad one.
Okay.
So the good one. 6 mates chucking $1 in each week during the NFL season for the last 5 years.
Oh, I've seen this.
They churned $6 into over $200,000. Isn't that outstanding?
You love to see it. $6. Crazy.
And we're sticking on American sport because there's a real bad one. Not sure if you've seen this.
Not sure.
Okay. Tab.com.au on Twitter. Bet of note. $228,733 at $1.38 on the Lakers to defeat Denver in Game 3.
Oh, no.
Update on bet of note. The Tab customer in question has cashed out for $97,000. So they've seen the writing on the wall at halftime. Denver's up by 10 at halftime. They cash out for less than half their stake.
Yep.
They've just taken another bet. So this punter has lobbed the $97,000 on Denver. Just to keep that margin. So to win by 10 by the end of the game at -9.5 on the line at $3.30 to basically get everything back and a little bit more. You won't believe what happens here. Garbage time. Alex Caruso had the ball with 4 seconds left. No one's playing defense. He literally walks to the basket and gets a layup with 1 second left to make sure that Denver wins by 8 instead of 10.
Oh.
Is that not cruel?
It's cruel, but
That's
who's
dumb.
who's this punter putting $200,000 on a 2-horse race?
I know. Oh, I'd do that. Well, I wouldn't, but I would do that, say, against the Broncos. Whoever they're playing.
Well, they're playing the Cowboys tonight, mate, and
Genuine spoon bowl that.
that is genuine spoon bowl. I'll tip the Cowboys.
But yeah, how sick is that?
That is unreal.
I love how there's like the yin and the yang with these good punting stories because there's always a shocker around the corner.
That's punting.
Yeah, no, you're right. Alrighty, bottom tier, mate.
My bottom tier is Adam Hieronymus. So after 18 months of pleading not guilty to punting on races he wasn't featured in, he's changed his mind this week and is now pleading guilty. But he's still pleading not guilty to betting on horses that he's actually running on. So that's obviously the big juicy one. But yeah, mate, just don't do it. Like, it's just silly.
Yeah.
Good that he won Shout the Bar for us. That was his first Group 1 win.
Only thing he's done for
So
mine.
thanks for that, Adam.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to give a dishonourable mention to Liar, who was an absolute flop, real flaccid type. On the weekend, she was my BB of the day.
Yeah.
She wasn't as deserved BB. She was so under the odds. It's a dishonourable mention.
She has to have life now, doesn't she?
Yeah, has to.
Has to. Because I remember the first time you backed her, she was like 30 or 40 to 1, and she won quite convincingly. But surely that's evened out now.
Oh, God, yeah. 100% it has.
Oh, you hate to see it. All right. I have a little quick one. So I have two, actually. So the first one, Rob Waterhouse. Bottom tier. So I'm sticking on the Waterhouse family this week.
Okay.
Did you see what he blamed the Hugh Bowman / Farnan debacle?
No, I haven't seen this.
He blamed Darren Flindell's call. Is that not ridiculous?
Oh, mate. Some Waterhouses, they're just nuts.
Honestly, he was like, oh, yeah, he was just saying like, oh, Bowman's really riding him strong, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, he was just calling the race as he saw it. Like, he has 50 seconds to call the race.
Don't have a go at Mr. Flindell.
Man, he's the best tonsils in Australia.
Yeah.
Him and Rabs, I reckon.
Yeah, him and Rabs go head to head. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah. And the other one, so Luna Enright. So Geelong Cats, friends and family watching the Geelong game last week. So 19 seconds left. Little Luna, who's probably no older than 2 years old. They were all watching in this like little space. She goes up to the TV and changes the channel. Where Geelong, if they lose or draw that, they had to fly over to Perth to play the Eagles. And if they won, they secure a top 4 spot. And little Luna, no idea what she's doing, just changed the channel. So yeah, she gets a purple polo this week.
Just Luna, never again, all right?
Never again. Alrighty, mate, let's get stuck in to the meeting preview of Sydney. Why not? Unbelievably, the highway kicks us off.
Yeah, it's usually second.
Yeah, it is. 1,500 metres this time as well, so they're stepping it up. What are your thoughts?
Mate, I'm not too keen.
Nah.
I'm not too keen, but if I was to pick one, I'd go for number 8, Temple 1. Look, he's got decent form heading into this race. But look, for mine, I don't want to really play it in the highway. I just don't. It's coming out of a wide barrier. That's a concern. But it's running light. Apprentice on the back.
Yeah.
We'll see how we go, punters. I'll find out for $7.
Yeah. No, can't blame you there, mate. I've just seen my selection has been pumped in from $26 to $14. So.
Oh, right.
Could actually be onto something here. Number 13, Some Deal. Look, I'm not a form student of Gunda Guy, but I was having a look through, watching the replays of all the different races. Saw that this girl's won at 1600. I was like, oh yeah, I'll have a look at her first up run. She zoomed home in the last 50. She was going nowhere up until then. So I think she'll improve with the run under her belt. Can definitely find out at the price. So happy for her to be on top.
Cool.
Alrighty, mate. Race 2.
Mate, again, not super keen, but if I was going to put a horse on top, it'd be number 5, Attorney. Drawn to do absolutely no work in this. Third up form is not that great. However, its last 2 runs have been pretty solid, finishing 2nd and 4th. Not only that, he's 50% of the distance with 1 win from 2 starts. And I think if we get a good track, he'll be okay. So,
yeah.
Again, Attorney, but not too keen to play in this.
No, bit of a yuck race, this one. I had Attorney as one of the winning chances, but I went Exemplar. Bit of a different form line from Sydney. So he's come up from Melbourne for this race. Has form around Persun and Chabau. Surely that's good enough here. Should jump to the front where there's not a hell of a lot of speed in. And it'll be a sit and sprint. He's done it before this prep, so why not? Cool. Alrighty, mate. Third race on the cards, 1900 metre, benchmark 88 handicap. Thoughts?
Yeah, look, I'm on number 14, She's Ideal. Just missed out last start, was heavily backed, but happy to go again. This time, we should sit pretty nicely in the midfield just behind Yonkers, which I think is one of the winning chances. But she's got a nice turn of foot. So I'm happy to have her on top. Form reads well, distance, drops weight, so on and so forth.
Bang. No, it's a good case. Opting, I think there's a bit of speed in this race. Thought of that comes up from Caulfield, and he was dual accepted, but he's confirmed that he's going to Sydney. So he knows no other way. He'll go out in front, lob and grind away. Fun fact, we'll join him, and Tente from that sticky barrier will go lob out there as well. So I'm going back to the well here, and I was super keen on this bloke last time, and he bloody better get the chocolates here.
Or else
he gets life. Number 11, Yonkers. Drawn much better this time. Actually, pretty similar. But no, he shouldn't get so far back. Use the barrier, please. Just back from midfield's all you need to be. Apprentice on board, which I think when I was doing the form, there wasn't any acceptances from the jocks yet. So, look, he drops a stack of weight, actually, from that contest. So, drops about, I reckon, 6 kilos or so. So, I reckon that's a big tick for me. Yeah, he's been looking for this distance. He got way too far back last time. Hopefully he'll sit closer. There's a bit of speed in it anyway, so if he does get back, hopefully he'll be able to run on.
Yeah, all good, man.
Alrighty, the Gloaming, 1800 metres, Group 3, mates. Thoughts?
Man, I'm happy to go with the favourite in this, the unbeaten number 3, Love Tap. Last 3 runs have all been really good. Obviously not in Rosehill or Randwick or the likes of, but I think from the barrier should sit just behind the leaders and has some good closing sectionals. So hoping it doesn't run into any trouble and peels out and kicks. Love Tap. Great name too.
Great name. Looks hard to beat. Winning form's good form. two horses in this race have Mo'unga form. That is the 2, Easy Campese. Great name. And the 6, Lions Raw.
I did like number 6 as well.
Well, mate, it's an omen bet. You have to back it. Lions Raw as a Lions supporter.
That is true.
I've got him on top. Big. He looks a big horse, and he looks a big grinder, which he reminds me a bit of Finch.
Finch is an enormous horse.
He is, and I'm only looking from like the vision that I've seen. It'd be interesting to see him in the mounting yard to see actually how big he is. But last start at Kembla, he looked like in the straight they were going to run past him several times, but he kept grinding away and just in the end he put 2 lengths on him. I think the 1800 meters here is absolutely no issue. I reckon he'll eat it up, and he was 7s. He's now into 550. I still want to have a play at that price.
Yeah, mate. Fair enough.
Cool. Alrighty, mate. So, what are we up to? Race 5. The Heritage Stakes, 1100 meter listed race for 3-year-olds. What do you reckon?
I do really like number 1 Wild Ruler in this. I do. However, I want to take him on with the number 14 Pazienza, which is currently paying $34. It was the favourite last start, and it was disappointing in Kembla Grange, ran 3rd. But I still liked what I saw from it. It won its trial before that in Randwick. And in that race, in that trial was Skedaddle and Newsreader, which are both decent horses. I think from that barrier, this filly shouldn't find too much trouble. Hopefully it sort of settles, towards the front. It doesn't have to do too much work.
Needs a bit of luck. But
needs a bit of luck.
Getting a price.
Yeah, and at that price, it's got nice closing sectionals. I'm going to take on Wild Ruler. Why not?
Yeah. No, mate, didn't even see that horse, but it's only win 1 over 1,000 by 6 lengths. So I always love seeing that. So,
yeah, that was one other thing I've got to mention that is in my notes.
Yeah,
classic.
No, yeah, definitely not burying the lead here. Wild Ruler is. I reckon it's a cracking bet this weekend. Rothfire form is good form, mate.
Isn't it?
His jump outs have been outstanding, which they never tell the full story, but I think he's low flying. I reckon he can win. Alrighty, punters, we'll take a quick break, but we'll be back with the quaddie next. And mate, we're back. We're back. Alrighty, first leg of the quaddie. The Shannon Stakes. Shannon Knoll Stakes?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Group 2, 1,500 metres. What do you reckon?
Look, this was a tough one because I thought there was some good horses that the race isn't suited to, like your number 1 Tyzone. I think Tyzone's a cracking horse, but not suited in this. I'm with number 13, Just Thinking. Ran well last start, but was absolutely blitzed by Rock in Newcastle. He was just too strong in that. I think from the barrier, Timmy Clark should be able to get a nice leading position. Should be able to kick it home. So happy to be with Just Thinking.
Unbelievably with Rock in that race, side note, he ran the exact same time in that race because he won it the year before. He ran the exact same time in that race last year and this year.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Weird that, isn't it?
That is very weird.
Yeah. That aside, I didn't mind the look of I Am Superman here. He was nommed for one of the Group 1s last week, which I cannot remember the name of. He was an emergency, didn't get into the field. I think, his first up run was super. I think his comeback probably the best he's ever come back. I think he's had 4 weeks between runs, but looking at his fresh profile, I think that actually suits the horse. So I think he's one that can run a really nice race here. The one that I'm going to chuck into my exotics, and if she wins, I'll be filthy, is the 8 Scarlet Dream.
Yep, fair enough.
4 runs first up, 4 seconds. Her first up run last prep at Caulfield was unbelievable. But she has not won for 96 weeks.
Done nothing since that second.
No, and I definitely backed her a couple of times after that. So,
yeah,
look, she could. That is a genuine throw at the stumps, but to get some genuine juice in your exotics, she could be one that features. Alrighty, mate. So, apologies because my internet. Obviously, we're going to skip the feature. We're going to do a deep dive on that. So race 8 on the card. It's the Golden Pendant. Group 2, 3-year-olds, fillies and mares. What are your thoughts?
Look, a lot of these horses came out of the Scirocco Stakes a couple of weeks ago. And the trifecta in that race was number 2, Horbury on Her, number 7, Generals, and number 8, Seasons. And I can see the same sort of trifecta happening in this. Horbury on Her looks to be a really decent horse. She's gone for a hat trick. Second up form is good. 1400 metre form is good. Dry track form is good. I think she'll be really hard to beat. She's got a wide barrier here, but she did last start and had no issues. So I'm happy for her to be on top.
Yeah. I've got a couple of runners this weekend. I'm just a bit mindful of their toe runs. I've got Very Elegant in my mind.
Yep.
Where Very Elegant started her run about 600 from home. Horbury on Her was about 3 wide the trip on a hot speed. She was far too strong, but could she have a bit of a flat one here? I think so.
Yeah, fair.
But I do concede she's the one to beat. I think Seasons is a cracking shout in this race as well. She has been pretty luckless this prep, so I think she's one of the dangers. The one at a huge price, which this is another one that I'm going to chuck into my exotics, and I've done it once before and it just missed for me, is number 12, Akari, at 50 to 1.
Jeez, that is a Joe exotic, isn't it?
It is. I'll tell a story for you. So
go on then.
I think this girl, she has form around Rubisaki. Now,
I just melted at the thought of Rubisaki.
She raced against her twice last prep. She was within 1.5 lengths of her both times. She usually takes a run or so to get into her preparation now. I think she can run a sneaky race here. So, at that price, I'm gonna chuck her in.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. I'll be keeping an eye on number 3, Positive Peace, and number 9, Adelong, who they're in the Scirocco Stakes, but finished about midfield. Both decent horses.
Yeah.
Hoping to see some improvement.
Yeah. It's a bit of a tough race, that, but it could be one of those ones where you take Horbury on Her one out in the quaddie, and then you have another quaddie where you take 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
Just in case she gets rolled. Cool. Alrighty, mate. The Get Out Stakes. What are your thoughts?
Oh, look, I'm with number 5, Masked Crusader, the clear favourite. He's been pumped in and been red hot favourite. Both starts this prep. Gallant in defeat both times. I think this race is suitable for him, and I think he's due. The concern is jumping up about 300 metres. I think he's gone 1,100 metres up to 1,400 from memory.
Yep.
But I think he's due. I'm going to back him.
No, I think if he doesn't win this, mate, I won't back him again. Purple Sector needs further. Bottega is one of my boys. I love that horse, but he needs further. He's better out to 2,000. Prime Candidate was pretty average last week.
Prime Candidate I backed last week was bang average.
So, yeah. Masked Crusader, mate. Nothing more to add. He'll be winning this. Cool. Alrighty, mate. So, it's about that time where we get stuck in to the feature. So, you know what I love to do, mate. I just love throwing stats your way.
Mate, really keen to see the statistics around the Golden Rose.
Previous winners. Tass, the Autumn Sun. Trapeze Artist.
Oh,
great horse.
Cracking horse.
Astern and Biv won last year.
Big fella.
Biv with Yes 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 running second and Exceedance running third. So you have an Everest winner and then the Coolmore winner.
Jeez, isn't that just a telltale of the quality of the Golden Rose?
Mate, you had the JJ Atkins winner, forgetting his name, thing that won Prince Farwaz.
Yes.
And you had CV Castelvecchio running in that race too.
Oh, it's another cracking horse.
Second in a Cox Plate. Crikey. Righty. 1978. So it's actually a lot younger than I thought it was. And it's only been a Group 1 since 2009.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought it must have been like a time-honoured race, but no.
Clearly not.
That's fine. I don't care. It's the second... I didn't know this. It's the second leg of the Golden Slam. So, and I didn't even put this together in my head. So, the Golden Slipper is a 2-year-old, the Golden Rose is a 3-year-old, and the Golden Eagle is a 4-year-old. And if you win... I think if you win all three, you get a $5 million bonus.
Oh, jeez.
But...
that'd be nice.
How many slipper winners go on with it, mate?
Oh, it's a rarity.
It is a rarity. There's only been one filly that has beat the boys since 2003. And 7 out of 11 winners won their last start. There's no filly in this field. There's, one gelding.
Yeah.
And
which is the big fella.
8 colts, which is great to see. All right, mate. I feel like we're going to be on the same runner here, but what are your thoughts?
Oh, I am all over like a rash. The Queenslander number 1, Rothfire. He was awesome. Awesome last start. I think he will be on fire in this race. He's drawn wide, but who cares?
No.
He's shown he's got genuine speed. His jump out is elite.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a very, very impressive 3-year-old, and Robbie Heathcote will play it down, but I think he's a genuine horse.
Yeah, mate. On top for me as well. Wayne Hawkes during the week gave a massive push for Ole Kirk and North Pacific. I'm more keen on Ole Kirk in the Caulfield Guineas.
Fair.
He's going there. Sydney Colt. He'll measure up pretty well there, I think. North Pacific's the danger for me. He was a bit flat last start, but he went from 1,300 down to 1,200. So entitled to be. I reckon this has been his grand final the entire time. So if Rothfire doesn't win this, I think North Pacific will, but I don't think he'll lose this, Rothfire. I think he'll be the winner.
Nah.
So I have Rothfire on top, North Pacific running second, and Ole Kirk running third.
Yeah, look, I have Rothfire on top, Ollie Kirk running second, and then North Pacific running third.
Perfect. So yeah, pretty similar there. Alrighty, mate. So let's go. Let's travel down south. Let's go to Melbourne. And some people might not like that, mate, but we're going to do it anyway because of restrictions. The Underwood. Usually run on a Sunday because it's usually grand final weekend this weekend. So they don't like to have the races on the same day as grand final day, which is bloody fair enough. What am I doing? Okay.
Yeah, where are the stats at, mate?
I know. All right, previous winners. Farlap. Heard of him?
Yep.
So you think Bone Crusher?
Oh.
Yeah. Some good horses there. And last year's winner, mate, Blackheart Bart at 100-1.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
So we had Gadding a few weeks ago winning the Mackay Diva, and then you have Blackheart Bart at 100-1. So
last year was a tough year for picking Group 1s,
It really was, mate. Winks retired, and then it's a bloody lottery. So it's been a race since 1924, a Group 1 since 1979. This is a pretty hectic stat. Only 2 mares have won it since 1985.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty hectic.
Yeah, wow.
And only 2 winners have finished worse than 4th in their lead-up run since 1997.
Okay.
So you need to be there or thereabouts. I have a feeling I know where you're going.
Oh, yeah.
Talk to me.
Number 10, Russian Camelot, the favourite. He was unreal in the Maccabi Diva, sitting 3 or 4 wide of the trip and nearly beat arguably the best miler in the country, Fierce Impact. So I am all over him like a rash in this. I think he's too good for the rest. Look, I think Humidor will run a really good race in this. But I think Russian Camelot's way too good. $2. Thanks for coming.
Humidor's... Mate, Damien Lane actually jumped off him, which I thought was interesting. He's gone to Mr. Quickie. So he had the choice and he chose Mr. Quickie. But you get...
It's funny you say that.
You get Craig Williams on, so you don't really lose anything. And he improves into his prep as well. It's just, I think he fluked it, Humidor. So
don't do the big fella so dirty.
As I said, with Hawkbury on her, I have a bit of that with Russian Camelot here.
Ooh.
And that is a massive call.
That's a D on the table type.
Yeah. And
D in the table even.
he was 4 wide the trip there. And I don't know if he's just had too much of a gut buster. And I don't know, this is not his grand final. The Cox Plate is.
It's not.
And bigger targets in mind. I think they want a bit more tempo in this race, which, look, you have Galo, Chop and Trap for Fools going out in front, but there's not a hell of a lot there. So is he going to get stuck wide again from that gate? Can he sit 3 or 4 wide, 2 runs in a row, and he jumps up from a mile to 1800 here?
I think he can.
Yeah.
I think he can. His turn of foot is elite. I think I'm confident.
Yeah.
But
I'm scarred from VE last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
But just don't have that in your mind too much. Because now you're making me nervous. I'm confident in Russian.
I think he's deserved favourite. But I don't think I've actually ever backed him, and I just want to catch him probably for the Cox Plate. The other runner I've never backed, and I've been pretty harsh on her.
Yeah,
I've got her on top here.
Do ya?
Arcadia Queen.
Ooh.
I'm looking at these others. They're head and shoulders above this lot. The last time she ran at 1800 metres, that was the second rated race behind Winks that year. And they targeted her towards a Golden Eagle, so ran an Everest Golden Eagle last year. She's beyond a mile horse. She's like a Cox Plate trip, 2,000 metre horse. So I think, she's getting back out to those middle distance ranges, which I think suits her far more. You saw it. Even the 1400 last week, a couple of weeks ago, she was looking for more ground. Pretty Brazen beat her that day. Came out placed in the what do you call it? Whatever that Group 1 was.
Sir Rupert or George Main, either one.
Sir Rupert Clark.
Yep.
So the form's been franked. If she doesn't win this, then I'm off her for life. But yeah,
all or nothing.
All or nothing. The one time, hopefully I'll catch her.
Oh, mate, all the best. I don't have her in my trifecta.
Okay.
I've got Russian, obviously, on top, Misty Quickie second, then Humidor. Flash and Humidor running third.
Crikey.
It'd be well paying.
Yeah. Yeah. Mate, if you got second favourite not in there, why not? So I've got Arcadia Queen on top. I have Russian Camelot running second. I think it's between those two. The one that I think will drift on the day and is well above his true odds of winning is number 7, the Chosen One. Wait for age is the concern, but he was massive first up, beating Django Friedman. I think he's drawn to do no work, sit behind the speed. Might not be a bad position to be. There's not much speed in this race. He looks to have the upside. Murray Baker's won this race 5 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, and he said that this horse can win. So, yeah, he's one that's definitely going to my trifecta.
Fair enough.
Thanks, mate. Well, I feel good.
Was that like a big dirty secret that you didn't want to get out in the open?
No. I just feel good. I feel like we've got the races covered this week.
Oh, mate, it's been slick.
Yeah. Mate,
Slick Rick for the 10th episode.
Yeah. I feel like, hopefully, touch wood, get another best bet over the line this week. So that leads me in perfectly, mate, to the Juicy Stakes this week, where we lob our best bets of the weekend into a multi. We try and raise some money for Living Legends. We haven't got off the ground yet. Gone 0-6, but $60 is in their wallet as we speak. So hopefully we can raise a bit more. Alrighty. So let's kick it off with a roughie or a value bet. We're going to give you one from Sydney and in Melbourne. Let's kick off in Sydney first, mate. Who's your value?
I've got a big roughie, as mentioned before in race 5, number 14, Pazienza, 30s at the moment. Geez, have a play at that price. Why not?
Why not, mate? Why not? Well, when I first did the form, it was at $26 in the highway. Number 13, some deal. It's now at 14.
It's been pumped in.
It's been pumped in, which probably means nothing. You'll get the same price on.
Yeah.
Mate,
don't read too much into it.
Last time this happened, mate, it missed the start by 12 lengths. So, and it was in the highway too. So, yeah, it's got no hope.
Trust us, we know what we're talking about. Don't listen to anything we're saying now. We actually know what we're talking about.
Do we? All right. Your roughie in Caulfield, mate.
Oh, mate, I don't really have a roughie in Caulfield. Couldn't really find one.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest.
All right. That's fine. I love your honesty. Well, I'll give 2 then. The chosen one in the feature, I think he's above his odds of winning, and I reckon you'll get better on the day. And I didn't mind the look of, in the first leg of the quaddie, number 5, Amish Boy, who ran behind Doubtland down the straight at Flemington.
Okay.
He's at $20, and I think he's well above his odds. All right, mate. Your each way play of the day in Sydney.
I've got race 6, first leg of the quaddie, number 13, Just Thinking. At the time of writing and time of recording, I think it's about 5-2. So I think it's a great horse and great shout in that race, and money back if it places.
Nice one. Sydney race 5, number 1, Wild Ruler for mine. I've been over this horse for a few weeks now, so no surprises there. In Caulfield, mate.
Race 6, number 2, Cherry Tortoni. We flagged it last start. It's drawn well here and it looks the goods. I think it's paying about $8 at the moment.
I think it's running tomorrow night.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought that might be a potential issue.
Yeah.
Disregard then. Back it tomorrow night instead, punters.
Yeah.
That was pretty much the only thing that I had really sort of green lighted for an each way in Caulfield. So why don't you talk me through yours, and I'll see what else I got.
Yeah, mate. You'll be able to find another one.
Of
I'm
course.
sure of it. Yeah, I believe you have the class to do that. I thought Caulfield race 1, number 6, way up in the sky. Has form around Ribsaki as well. Just needs to take a bit of a run to get into her preparation where she peaks second up here. Look, she's ran once at the distance, once at the track, gets around it. I think she can run a nice race for us at $8.
Yep. So I actually do have one now that I'm looking at the form. I've highlighted it. Race 7 in Caulfield, number 1, Let's Be Glam, backed it last start. On the straight, ran 4th. It was a nice enough race. Second up form is proven. It's $13 at the moment, punters, so I think that's a great each-way price.
Jeez, yeah. Mate, that's a stacked race, that.
It is.
The 1,000 Guineas winner will be coming from this race for sure. Let's Be Glam, instant celebrity, who I'm pretty keen on.
Night Raid,
Personal, who I'm super keen on as well, and Mozzie Monster on the backup. Cracking race. Alrighty, mate. It's what the people want. Who's your best?
My best in Sydney. I can't go past the big fella. Number 1, Rothfire in the feature. I think he's a sure thing. Oh, no.
Oh, no. No, he'll be fine.
He'll be right.
He'll be fine. Mate, I've put him in about 3 or 4 times. He better bloody run this week, but Masked Crusader in the last D-Day for him. If he doesn't win this, never again. What about in Caulfield?
One of your phrases, mate. I'm going to go back to the well. Race 5, number 7, Windstorm.
Ooh.
Narrowly beaten last start. Drew the car park. I think Pikey will ride him quieter in this. So I am happy to have Windstorm as my BB. There's something in there that's an obvious danger, though.
Well, mate, it's my best of the day, Buffalo River.
Oh.
So we have another 6-pack on the line here.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Obviously, we can't put that in our multi for Living Legends, so we'll have to do the 2 from Sydney, but that's fine.
That's also fine.
Buffalo River, mate, he was an emergency for the Sir Rupert Clarke. They were super... Oh, he didn't even make the field, actually. He was too far down. He'll jump to the front and be awfully hard to run down. He'll give something for Windstorm to chase. But I think he's had 6 runs in Australia. He's won 5 of them. If there's a bit of wet weather around in Melbourne as well, he grows another leg there. I think it's between those 2, to be honest. But yeah, happy to have him on top at the price. So yeah, another 6-pack on the line.
Happy to.
Alrighty, mate, another one in the books. Just
Episode
like that.
10, double digits.
How good? I reckon we'll put our feelers out to the lads, but I reckon we get someone else on next week as well.
Yeah. I know you guys are sick of looking at our mugs on YouTube and listening to us where you get your pods. So, mate, that's so fair. We're due. We're due.
I feel like, and we said give us 10 episodes and we'll have a fairly smooth operation here, which we pretty much do.
Mate, we're cherry tortoni ripe.
Let's leave it on that, mate. We'll leave it on that. Thanks for listening, punters. Give us a follow on Instagram and Twitter. You can watch us on YouTube and you can listen to us wherever you listen. But yeah, until next week, good luck.
All the best, punters.